started every game of the year as well. That is Caitlin Williams getting the start for the Bearcats, the junior. And the Riverhawks with it in their defensive zone. Binghamton, we mentioned they've played to a tie in their last two games, but they have dominated time of possession, shots, corner kicks, pretty much everything stats-wise in those games. So we'll see if they take the upper hand early in terms of control of the ball. And the Riverhawks back in their defensive zone. They work it around to the goalie, Burgess. Her first touch of the game wearing the, looks like an orange top today. The Riverhawks in the whites at home. Down the near sideline, Sinclair. Back to Lane. And Chloe loses it over to Paige Luke, a freshman in the starting lineup for Binghamton. They have a couple of freshmen in their starting lineup. Got Megan Baker, Sophia Garofalo. There's Garofalo with the touch. Back on defense and plays it all the way towards the goal line and just kept in by the goalie. So Williams with the right foot, back out towards center to get things started early in this one. Second minute of play. Last year, a flurry of goals, as we mentioned, a 5-4 Binghamton win. Lowell was down by 2 late. They scored a goal, and Binghamton had to play some solid defense for the last 12-plus minutes of that one. That was senior day for the Bearcats. There's Grace Vittoria. Gets tripped up. And McKnight just outside of the box. And a nice defensive play. Santinello comes in and boots it back out. Oh, pardon me, that was Julia Edholm. We go to the corner. Nice defensive play by Emma Mitchell, the junior, battling in the corner for it. And that kick goes for the goal line, but it was touched by Mitchell on defense, so it's going to be the first corner kick of the game. And it comes for the Bearcats. Line up in that far corner. And here's a drive at a good location, but the Riverhawks clear it out. Lane with the final touch, back out towards center. And just outside of the rectangle, a boot in, and Burgess with a nice grab. An early save for Burgess, coming out of her goal perch. Grab that right around the line and keep this one scoreless. 4th minute of play. Taylor Burgess, you see the senior, Massachusetts native. Several Mass products on this Riverhawks team. Touch for McKnight, who we mentioned had the big game against Lowell last year. Scored a hat trick. Victoria joined by Olivia McKnight. And it goes over the line. A goal kick coming for the Riverhawks. UMASS Lowell on the year 1-5-5. Their only win was that home win 2 weeks ago over NJIT. Had 5 draws on the year, including 1 in conference play. So sitting at 5th in the standings with 4 points. Binghamton in first place by a point with 8. Got Maine, UNH, and Bryant sandwich in between the Bearcats and the Riverhawks. And Binghamton off to a nice start. 2-0-2 in the conference. trying to hang on to that top position and get at least a point for the draw today, if not all 3 points coming on the road. And that would be big for them after back-to-back ties. That's certainly a road point. You'll take one if you can get it. Into the box, a chance for Lane, but it goes a little bit too far, and it's gobbled up by the goalie Williams. First look for the Riverhawks. Not able to get a foot on the box, or get a foot on the ball and send that towards the goalie in the box. Riverhawks applying some pressure, pursuing forwards, and they come away with the ball. Here's Satina with the right foot, a pass out towards the wing. And the Riverhawks settle it down in the Binghamton zone, drive one forward, but it's batted out by the defense for the Bearcats. And near center, nice play to keep that ball alive. Matty Guthrie for a moment. Lane kicks it twice. It's up in the air, no handball. Play on, they say. We're on the far side, now near the benches. As Binghamton tries to bring it back over the line. And so far, early on in this one corner kick for the Bearcats. And no shots for either side. Got a cross into the box on the Binghamton side that came close, and Burgess had to come out to make the stop, but doesn't go down as an official shot. And now here's a chance for the Riverhawks. An opportunity, and it goes just to the left of the goal. It was Callista Brookshire on the shot. But it goes wide of the net. Throw in coming for UMass Lowell. Eighth minute of play. And a sliding effort. Wins possession back for the Bearcats. Free kick coming. Over to the far side of the field. And across the center line. Headed by the Riverhawks lane. And here's Vittoria with it. Sends it forward, and a sliding effort by Burgess to come in and scoop up that ball on the ground. It was loose. Certainly an opportunity. Bearcat could have gotten a foot on that ball. Could have put it in for the first goal of the game, but Burgess, nice awareness on that one to come out of her position, step up, and hop on that ball. Far side of the field, it's Marissa Saucedo. And the ball goes back to Binghamton. Alex Marsteller. Into the center line, McKnight and Vittoria. It's Vittoria, carries it across and now sends it back right at the Riverhawk logo at midfield. And that one goes a little bit too far for McKnight. Olivia McKnight, that is. Olivia and Victoria. Olivia, the number 3. Victoria, number 12 for the Bearcats. Scoreless game early. 10 minutes in. The Riverhawks looking for back-to-back home victories. They were picked to finish 4th in the preseason poll. Finished last year with 7 wins. The win total is down this season, but the Riverhawks with Chance to pick up their second conference win. Over on the near side of the field. Back in the defensive zone. One's played with a boot forward, looking for Brookshire. And Lane controls it with the right. Plays it back. Defensive play so far for the Riverhawks for both sides. Really just one shot in the game over on the UMASS Lowell side. And one corner manufactured for the Bearcats. And a slower start to this one when you consider last year's fast-paced, high-scoring 9-goal game. But it's early. Just 11 minutes in. Pressure applied by Brookshire. And so far, definitely a lot of hot pursuit by the forwards for the Riverhawks. Trying to win back possession. There's a nice block there over on the far side. Just trying to impede the Bearcats. Tire out some of their defenders. Wear them down, and you never know. You get a turnover in a good spot. Could lead to a quick chance and swipe a goal early. We're still looking for one. 12 minutes into the game. Here's Williams. And the Bearcats bring it forward across the line with a head of steam, Grace Vittoria. And loses it, but right back to the Bearcats. Riverhawks couldn't control it for long, and the team's flip-flopping possession as it goes all the way down to the far corner. First place team in the conference, Binghamton. Played to a draw on the road in New England against Bryant last week. Here come the Bearcats. Grace Vittoria with it. And they control at the mid. Trying to search downfield for a scoring opportunity, maybe a chance to put a shot on goal and test Taylor Burgess early. It goes out of bounds near the bench and back to the Riverhawks. Been a clean game so far. Both teams pressuring a little bit on defense, but hasn't been too physical of a game in the early minutes. Ball's played back in. And now an opportunity for the Riverhawks. It's Brookshire and a save made by Williams. Callista Brookshire breaking free. She had Chloe Lane to her left. Instead fires the shot, and what an opportunity, but what a save from Williams. It's going to stay with the Riverhawks in the corner. Lane to take it. She had a goal 2 weeks ago. Kicks from the corner, trying to find a target. And that one is knocked out of the way by Williams and out of the box. Still stays with the Riverhawks. The defense steps up. That's Mitchell playing it forward. Now to the corner, but it goes over the goal line. A little bit too far for Sinclair to catch up to that one. First shot on goal, and the first two, rather, on that possession. Another one coming off of that corner, so 2 for the Riverhawks on 3 shots, and no shots early for the Bearcats. But they have a corner as well. Lane trying to stab at that one out of the air. It goes to Sinclair and now to Edholm. And Julia gets tripped up by Marsteller. Brings it forward for the Bearcats. Maybe their first chance at a shot, but a nice defensive block by LeBlanc. And Lane wins it back for the Riverhawks. They don't have numbers. The defense races back for the Bearcats, and they close in on Brookshire. Top of the box, Brookshire plays it forward, but Binghamton, as we mentioned, with the numbers, and the Bearcats win it back. So it was Herber, sophomore. And now out to midfield, a jostle for possession, won by Lauren Clark. And the Bearcats pushing the pace once again with Olivia McKnight. And Mitchell with defensive play just to boot that one out and allow her Riverhawk teammates some time to get down the pitch. And they await this Binghamton throw-in. No score, but over the past 3 or 4 minutes, we've seen a couple of shots for the Riverhawks and better opportunities on both sides. In the corner. Kicked out of harm's way. And now with a burst of speed, it's Brookshire, who has left her mark on the early minutes for the Riverhawks. Got a pair of shots in the game. At home, plays it to Lane. And Lane strikes it forward. Looks like it was grazed by the Bearcats. So a heads-up play by Williams to make a diving effort, grab that ball before it rolled over the goal line. Would have been a corner for UMass Lowell, but possession to Binghamton in their own zone. No score. Early going, just under 20 minutes in. There's a throw-in for Sinclair. And at the midfield, Edholm. Far side of the pitch. Swung around to Mitchell. Riverhawks holding it. They bring up some defenders into the attack. And Lane with it on her boot. Over to the near side corner. Brookshire plays it into the box. And the kick goes sailing high and wide. Hope Santinello in the game. She's got a goal on the season. Riverhawks top scorer, Julia Edholm. She's got 3 goals. Brookshire and Luca Marceau. We haven't seen Marceau in yet. Probably see her later this half. She's got 2 as well. Here's Brookshire with the left foot across, and it's headed out of the way. Over the goal line, corner kick coming for the Riverhawks, who keep the pressure on. And in the early going so far in this one, the Riverhawks have the advantage on the stat sheet. 4 shots to 1. Only 2 shots on goal and 3 of the 4 corner kicks. Here's Lane from the far side. And the Binghamton defense once again rises up to the challenge. And the Riverhawks, those forwards, they've been pesky in the Binghamton zone early on. But the Bearcats able to clear it across the midfield line. Victoria McKnight trying to lead an offensive charge for Binghamton. It's been a little bit slow coming out of the gate offensively today. They've been back on their heels a lot in the first half so far. Bearcats and the Riverhawks scoreless. UMass Lowell with the only 2 shots on goal. Far side near the benches, Mitchell wins it for Lowell. Across the timeline. Lane. Brookshire on the outside, trying to dribble her way in with the left foot. And a header. Nice defense by the Bearcats. Clear it back to midfield. And it goes out, a throw-in coming up. As we're just under halfway through the first half of play. Free-flowing action for the most part. A couple of free kicks and 4 corners. Into the box, but right at Williams. A little bit too far, and she has no trouble with that one. Both of these goalies, Williams for Binghamton, Burgess for Lowell. They've started all their team's games. Binghamton has used one other goalie, but it was in relief. It wasn't a start. And that was their backup goalie, Rebecca Kessler, who got in one game and played about 8 minutes. Bearcats in the black tops, Riverhawks in the white jerseys. Had some warm-up tops with the touch of pink today for breast cancer awareness. Far side of the field, the Bearcats hold it. Lowell has dominated the stat sheet so far. And possession seemed to favor the Riverhawks as well. We'll get the official numbers at the half as Lane brings it forward. She's got a pack of Bearcats around her. Looks for help, finds Edholm, who gets tripped up. Doesn't get much on that, but some side spin, and Lane fires a shot just high. There was a lot of spin on that ball from Edholm. It took a skip. Looked like it was headed straight to the goalie, no trouble, but took a bounce back to Lane in a great spot to strike. And you look at the shots there, favoring Lowell, 5 of the 6. Including a pair of shots on goal. Binghamton, the first few minutes of the game, it was mostly Bearcats, but since then, the Riverhawks have had the ball in the attacking zone a lot, and give credit to these forwards. They've been applying a lot of pressure. Now a opportunity for the Bearcats as they bring it in with Paige Luke. It stays on the ground softly right to Burgess. And Burgess keeps it on her foot. Up ahead as Lowell continues to try to push the pace. And up ahead by Colling. Colling plays it to the far wing. Left-footed drive into the box. It's loose, and Burgess makes a diving stop. So it was Victoria McKnight for the Bearcats. Had an opportunity, but couldn't get much on that ball. Goes down in the book as a shot on goal, the first of the game for Binghamton. And Bearcats with a pair of shots coming in the last minute. A pair of shots, rather, in total in the half, and just that one shot from McKnight. Far side of the field, Binghamton with the ball. Scoreless game. Binghamton, the first-place team in the conference, playing on the road for the second straight week. Riverhawks have been on the road a lot. They'll be at home for the next 2 games and 3 of the next 4 An opportunity to defend the home pitch, earn at least a point against the top team in the conference at the moment. And if not, maybe pick up 3 if they can find the back of the net and win the game. Got to score to do that, though. No score, just over 25 minutes in. Here's the lane. Up ahead across the Riverhawk logo to Edholm. And that pass goes a little bit far and wide, looking for Saucedo. Past the midway point in the first half. See a sub from the Binghamton side. Molly McClellan, the senior, takes over. Slots in. McClellan, midfielder.
Binghamton substitution number 5. Molly McClellan replaces number 12, Victoria McKnight.
Victoria McKnight out of the game. She'll get a rest after firing the only shot on goal for the Bearcats in this first half. Shots on goal, 2-1 in favor of the Riverhawks. 5-2 total shots in the game. And Lowell's got 3 of the 4 corners. Tripped up on the near side, so a free kick coming for the Bearcats in a good spot. Seen a couple of free kicks in the game so far, but the majority of them have been outside of striking distance. And this one, an opportunity to put one on goal or set one up to the top of the box and maybe find a teammate. That's the decision right now for Lexi Vagoda, the senior. First place Bearcats. Riverhawks, meanwhile, trying to win 2 in a row at home. Here's Vagoda. Up ahead, Burgess comes flying through the air to make the save. Burgess was eyeing that one like a hawk. Saw that coming in all the way, jumped up, didn't worry about bodies in the way. Came sailing through to make that stop. Keeps it a scoreless game. I got a Bearcat shaken up on the play. One of the Binghamton players who was in the way of Burgess. There was a pack of bodies in there. That's Grace Vittoria walking off. We get a stoppage of play as they tend to Vittoria step aside as well. No score, 27th minute. Back to the action here at Cushing Field.
Number 4,
scoreless game between UMASS Lowell and Binghamton. 2 shots on goal for both sides. And just a moment ago, an outstanding save. Taylor Burgess. Riverhawks with possession in the white tops. They bring it forward. Brookshire trying to track that one down in a sliding effort as Sophia Garofalo Freshman comes charging in. Throw in for Lowell. And a header out of harm's way by Herbert. Far side of the field. Bearcats with the throw in. And LeBlanc plays it out. Binghamton over the past 5 minutes. Nice response, getting their first 2 shots on goal. And a free kick.
Binghamton substitution.
And now a shot right to Burgess.
Replaces number 29, Paige Luke. And number
Burgess with the stop. There's McClelland on the shot for the Bearcats. Check that, Hannah Mimes, one of the subs. In for Binghamton, right alongside McClelland. And McClelland battling on defense. Trying to win that one back. And Lowell in their defensive zone. And McClelland can't come up with the ball there. Santinello has it for the Riverhawks. And the Bearcats win it for a moment, but right back to Lowell. At the 30th minute of play. Still no score. 9 shots, 4 on goal between these two sides. There's Hannah Knitsch. Crosses to her left. Knitsch, far side towards the goal line, and it goes out. Some chances for both sides. The stats have really evened up. They were trending in Lowell's favor about the 5th minute until the 20th minute, but over the past 10 minutes, Binghamton has done a nice job stepping up the pressure and maintaining possession. And they've cut down on some of the opportunities that they were giving up earlier in the half. Who's going to break through first? So we're over 30 minutes in. Both teams feeling each other out, getting a sense of what this game is going to look like. And so far, the indications are night and day from last year's game between these two teams. A 5-4 Binghamton win. And you never know. A flurry of goals can happen in a moment. But so far, nothing on the board. Santinello stays with it. Just one of the more physical players on this Lowell side. Some contact, no call. And Lane double-teamed with the left, right to Williams. And Williams sticks up the paws and corrals that one. Lane's had a couple of shots in the game. Shots on goal are even at 3 apiece. Lowell with 2 more total shots. And a foul called in the box. Oh, Lowell can't believe this. It's going to be a penalty kick coming up for Binghamton. Olivia McKnight, there was contact made. McKnight hit the ground and a whistle on that one. Oh, my, what a turn of events. Really haven't been too many penalties called in this first half. Contact with that ball moving forward, and it's going to be Lexi Vagoda, the senior, looking for her 4th goal of the year. It would put her in a tie for the team lead. And it's Vagoda against Taylor Burgess, the goalkeeper for the Riverhawks. A tense moment in the first half. Burgess has made 4 saves in the game. Vagoda slots it. Top left corner. Binghamton leads 1-0. In the 33rd minute, a penalty kick and a goal for Lexi Vagoda ties her for the team lead. It's her 4th of the year. Leads the team in points as well. Vagoda looked confident on that strike. Burgess guessed the right direction, but there was some spin on that shot coming in and perfect placement, finding that upper left corner. And it's the Bearcats who strike first.
Binghamton goal, number 7, Lexi Vagoda.
A first half that it's been pretty even on the stat sheet, but a monumental penalty.
Substitutions, number 22, Luca Marceau replaces number 33, Hope Santinello. And number 26, Megan Benzie replaces number 6, Emma Mitchell.
Now the Bearcats, who were in first place in the conference, they've tied back-to-back games. They've been in some close ones. Those were games that they dominated the stat sheet, though, and this first half has not been the case. It's been a lot more even in terms of time of possession and opportunities. At one point, about 20 minutes in, it was Lowell who had the upper hand in most of the statistical columns. Had the advantage controlling the ball for a lot of those first 20 minutes, but Binghamton with several opportunities as well. They had a free kick that was saved by Burgess. Started getting more chances, more shots on goal, and could feel things evening out. And a kick forward, some traffic, and a foul that was called, and a penalty kick goal for Vagoda. 33rd minute. Molly McClelland all the way back to Williams. So Binghamton, they can settle in. You playing with a 1-goal lead, it's a tough spot to be in sometimes because you want to get conservative. You want to start chewing some clock, just hold on to the ball, but a lot of times if you get a little bit too careless in your own zone or you just take your foot off the gas offensively, not pushing the pace, you're not looking for opportunities anymore. Let a game slip away like that and turn potential wins into draws. But Binghamton, they've racked up 3 wins on the year, including 2 in America East play as they came out of the gate and won their first 2 in the conference. Road win 1-0 over UNH. And a 2-goal victory against UMBC, 3-1. They've had back-to-back ties, and Just trying to find that upper hand again in a game, and played 5 games, 3 ties. Got a taste of those wins, and the Bearcats would certainly like a little bit of separation in the standings. They lead by a point over Maine and New Hampshire, in a spot to potentially pick up 3 points on the road. Early 1-0 lead, and for the Bearcats, hope to at least get 1 point. But you're certainly looking for a win every time out, and early 1-0 advantage does a lot for it. Penalty kick from Lexi Vagoda, the only tally in this one. Here's McKnight. Over to Marsteller. And the Bearcats content to play it back. Give their midfielders and their forwards opportunity to break free. And over on the far side with some space. Now they play it ahead into the box. And good defense by the Riverhawks. And a whistle blown as it goes against Victoria. On the Bearcats side, free kick for Lowell. Final few minutes of the first half. About just under 8 to go. It's been a tight contest. Shots on goal, 4-3 Binghamton. Total shots nearly split down the middle, 6-5 in Lowell's favor. Fouls have been just about even as well, 6-5 the other way to Binghamton, but that enormous foul call in a crucial spot right near the goal. Just a long ball played forward in traffic. Didn't look like anything too malicious, but it did impact the play, and enough for the official to blow the whistle and award a penalty kick, which has been the only goal in the game, and so far, that blow of the whistle amounting to be the difference in this one. And we'll see if that's the case as it gets later in the afternoon. 1-0 Bearcats, final stages of the first half. Olivia McKnight, through her right foot. And the ball loose. Contact, free kick for the Bearcats. It'll be Vagoda rather, to take the free. Vagoda earlier on a free kick put a shot on goal from this distance. Just one that went sailing, and Burgess came out of her stance to make the save, and she does something similar there, but just punches it away, and the kick is booted all the way to the far or near corner, and it goes over the line. Throw in for the Bearcats. But again, Burgess coming out of goal, recognizing where that ball is going to be. And that time she couldn't corral it, but able to stick out the hand and get enough of it. Our defense a little bit of time to catch up. Near corner, Lane trying to win it. Stays with the Bearcats, and a shot goes wide from Knitch. 5 minutes to play in the first half. 1-0 lead for Binghamton on a penalty kick. Lexi Vagoda in the 33rd minute.
Riverhawks substitution number 17, Kirsty Craig, replaces number 8, Laura Cetina.
Near the bench. Whistle. Yeah, they're going to stop play there. No advantage. They blow it dead and a free kick for the Bearcats. Right in front of the Lowell sideline. There's a boot all the way down to the box. Ball was up in the air for a moment, but played by Edholm. Out of the way for the Riverhawks, who maybe have a late opportunity offensively if they can get it out of their own zone. But they've been back on their heels past 10 or 15 minutes. It's been a lot more Binghamton possession compared to the beginning of this first half. Stats overall pretty even, except for the one goal on the board. A penalty kick for the Bearcats. Olivia McKnight loses possession. Here's Lane on the near side for Lowell. Leading the charge up ahead to Marceau. And the Riverhawks regrouping with just a few minutes to go in the half. Maybe another opportunity. Trying to level the score right before the break. Feel great going into the locker room for the half. No call there. And Binghamton wins it back. I've been saying play on a lot today. And that one is all the way on the ground to Burgess. A little bit too far for Mimas. Kicked out of the way. Marissa Sage. 2 to go, first half. And that one goes a little bit too far for Sinclair. Lane with it for the Riverhawks. Looking over to the right side for Brookshire. And to the corner. Pansy. And Lane couldn't get a boot on it.
1 minute.
It's played by Marceau. Sinclair keeps it alive for Lowell. Just outside of the box, Lane ships it to Williams. Riverhawks have a handful of opportunities. They've had a few shots on goal, but one or two that have really challenged Williams. And a few opportunities that have just gone high or wide of the net. Shots on goal, 4 apiece. Stats overall are pretty even. I'm curious to see time of possession. Once we get to the break, we'll get the first half stat sheet. But it's Binghamton with a 1-0 lead. Thanks to a 33rd minute penalty kick. Lexi Vagoda with her team high tying 4th of the year. 4 goals for Vagoda. The field will try to get some more opportunities for their strikers as we get half number 2 started. Riverhawks in the white jerseys, Binghamton in the black tops today with the 1-0 lead. They are the first place team in the America East. They're up by a point over a pair of other schools, UNH and Maine. Binghamton will try to increase its lead in the standings today with a win or a draw. They're up 1-0, trying to hang on. Lowell with the ball in the first minute of half number 2. Edholm lost it near center. And the ball goes to Victoria McKnight. Leads the charge. McKnight had a couple of shots in the first half. Plays it forward on the ground. Easy stop for Burgess. And Taylor made 4 saves in that first half. Shots on goal 4 apiece. Saw a moment ago those first half stats. Pretty even. Lowell with 7 of the 13 shots. Did have 3 of the 4 corner kicks. Binghamton with a couple of frees. At least 1 shot on goal, maybe 2 off of those free kicks. On the far side, on the ground. Had it been deflected on the way out? It sure was. It's going to be the 4th corner of the game for Lowell. And the first in the early minutes of the second half. The Bearcats up 1-0 on a 33rd minute penalty kick. Lexi Vagoda, their team high, tying 4th goal of the year. Here's the corner kick. High to the top of the box, headed by Edholm. And played by Maddie Guthrie. It's in the game to start half number 2. Riverhawks keep it alive. Over to the near side, Emma Mitchell with the right foot. And this one goes sailing towards the goal line. Out of play. Goal kick coming for the Bearcats, who have been back on defense in the first few minutes of the second half. The first half got off to a little bit of a slow start, and the Riverhawks over the first 20 minutes or so of half number 1 had the upper hand in time of possession. But the stats evened out a lot more, and I'm sure if we had a segment breakdown, see it a little bit more. Here's Santinello just to the left of goal. Hope Santinello so close. She could have even just connected with that far post. Might have got a bounce back in, spin on that ball, but goes to the left. Santinello applying the pressure on Williams, and Williams able to get it over to the far side. That's what you love to see, though, in the early minutes. The pressure from these forwards. And it's won by the Riverhawks again. Another chance for the attack. That shot blocked as Satina had a chance. And it's on the ground, corralled by Williams. It's been tested a little bit. Seeing a corner kick and a couple of close chances. No shots on goal, but shots nonetheless. And Santinello charging like a dart right at the goalkeeper. And it wins the ball back for a moment. Loose and controlled by Satina. On the near side of the field, Mitchell down to the corner. And it goes over the line. A throw in for the Riverhawks, who have upped the pressure in the first 5 minutes of the half. There was a lot of talk about that in the locker room at halftime. It's trying to generate some more opportunities. You have to be more aggressive when you're trailing. Riverhawks have done just that. Let's see if it leads to something. As Brookshire has a ball batted out of the way and then headed out by McClellan. Riverhawks keep possession. Santinello. A bit of contact there, but no whistle. Santinello going to make something happen. Satina plays it on to Lane with the left foot. Nice pass there, and a shot goes to Williams. Coming up from the midfield, Edholm. Pardon me, that was not Anderson. Edholm with the header. To Lane with another head. And Satina near the logo. Finds Mitchell. Forward to Santinello in the corner. Santinello has been involved in the early minutes. She goes tumbling down, but they say ball first. Legal play, and it goes out of bounds. Especially when you have a penalty called against you in the box early. You're looking for that call, trying to even it up if you can get it. Haven't been too many fouls called in this game. It's been pretty even overall, but one massive call in the box by today's referee. Santinello with the left foot too high. Was it tipped? Riverhawks want a corner. They're not going to get one. It's a goal kick. You've got to love the early effort, though, if you're a Lowell fan. Santinello comes charging again. Nearly got a piece of that one. And now perhaps a chance to counterattack the Bearcats, who have barely had the ball over the first 7 minutes since coming out of the halftime break. Now control it with a throw-in just past midfield. There's a little bump from Victoria McKnight. Booted up by Vagoda, who's got the only goal. Easy stop on that ball in the air. Burgess fires it back in. Lowell doing their best to keep their foot on the gas. This is the most pressure we've seen from them in the game. We'll see if it continues in the second half. If you're still trailing, you've got to keep your pedal to the metal and push the pace, but that's easier said than done once you start getting tired legs out on the pitch. But out of halftime with a burst of energy. And the Riverhawks trying to keep it alive. They get a whistle. It's going to be a free for the Bearcats. Binghamton leads 1-0. 33rd minute penalty kick. A goal scored by Lexi Vagoda. To Chloe Lane. Midfield, McClellan for the Bearcats. Up for Lane. Trying to bring it back across. Loose in the center, a lot of space. Marsteller. And now it's Colling. Riverhawks win it back with Anderson. Up to LeBlanc. And the near side, Mitchell brings it from left to right. Satina. Looking for Santinello, but it's out of her way and headed by Herber. Free kick all the way down. And Colling. Here midfield. Edholm spins around, finds Mitchell, who leads the attack for the Riverhawks. Kicked away by Vagoda. And offside is the call as the flag goes up on the far side. Just over 10 minutes into the second half. No goals scored, but a lot more pressure from the Riverhawks. Being said, though, just one shot on goal out of some of those opportunities. 5 in total in the game. But just one so far this half. Edholm. Forward, Edholm. A sliding kick with the right foot. Didn't get enough on it. And Williams has no trouble making that stop. Keeps the 1-goal lead for the Bearcats. Goes down as a shot on goal for Edholm. She didn't get the kind of strike that she had wanted to. And now it's Santinello. Over to the far side, off the scoreboard as Brookshire sent that one a little bit too far to the left with sliding defender coming in to get a piece. And it's going to be a corner, the second one of this half for the Riverhawks. Dominated the corner kicks, just one in the game for the Bearcats. See the corner numbers. Header. Up and over. Fresh legs for the Bearcats. They bring on Olivia McKnight. She was in early in the first half as well.
Binghamton substitution, number 3, Olivia McKnight, replaces number 29, Paige Luke.
Here's Brookshire. Waiting for some help. Finds Jedrzejowski. And back to LeBlanc. Defender. Across midfield. Just over 30 minutes to go. Riverhawks down a goal, trying to even score. Brookshire lost her footing with that ball. Heading to the goal line, it's going to be another corner. Chloe Lane out there in the corner along with LeBlanc. It's going to be Lane to take this one. Gives it a blast forward. An opportunity, might have been a handball as Anderson fired one forward, but no call for it. That one was awfully close as that ball came up. Anderson's kick. Handball in that spot, it would have been a penalty kick for the Riverhawks with the chance to tie it. And Binghamton, it was close. They might have gotten away with one. Foul called against Vagoda. He's got the only goal in the game on the penalty kick. She's pleading her case with the official. Well, we'll see if they put her in the book. We haven't had a card in this game. The official is not going to give a card. Free kick for the Riverhawks. Callista Brookshire with the left foot forward. 3 Bearcats waiting. Not able to find a Riverhawk teammate. Lane forward to Brookshire. Back pedals to the right. And she gets knocked down. That's going to bring out a card, our first of the game, a yellow card. Certainly deserving of such. A hard sliding tackle. They made contact with Brookshire first, and she'll have another free kick, this time from a little bit closer to goal.
Yellow card issued for Binghamton's number 12, Victoria McKnight.
Goes against Victoria McKnight. Had the hat trick against the Riverhawks last year. Had a couple of shots in this one. Here's Brookshire with the free kick. Santinello. All the way back, Jedrzejowski has to play it back to the defense. Finds Anderson. And now back to Brookshire. Similar spot as where she just got tripped up. Now she elects to take it into the box herself. Loses the ball. And Brookshire commits a foul of her own. A little bit over 15 minutes in. We've got about a half an hour to play. And a lot of goal attacks so far since coming out of halftime. It's led to 2 shots on goal. It's led to a number of corner kicks. It's 6-1 in Lowell's favor in the contest. The only goal of the game coming on a penalty kick. 33rd minute from Lexi Vigoda. LeBlanc. At center. Defended towards the sideline. And it goes out. Last touch by the Bearcats. To the referee's credit, he's let these two sides play on a lot today. It's nice to see sometimes. You do get some officials that are whistle happy and blowing it over every nudge and every jostle. He's been pretty fair letting them play it out, but a huge call in the first half awarding the penalty on a ball up in the box. Certainly a debatable call, and a few moments ago, a potential handball that was not called.
Replaces number 26,
So some
Lauren Clark.
turning points in this game,
UMASS Lowell,
and a lot of the
22, Luca
officials
Marceau replaces
whistle,
number 33, Hope
but that's
Santinello.
a spot that you sign up to be in sometimes when you decide to be a referee. You're in those situations
And number 2,
a
Marissa
lot, and
Salcedo
calls can
replaces
certainly
number
go either
15,
way.
Chloe Lane.
64th minute. 1-0 lead for the Bearcats. See the Lowell sub, some fresh legs. What a surge coming out of halftime. Those first 10 minutes. Foot on the gas, a lot of pressure from the attacking forwards. Not able to result in a goal, though. Lowell still off of the scoreboard. Mitchell On the near side for Satina. Over to Edholm. Plays it to center. In the far corner, Brookshire with a burst of speed earns another corner for the Riverhawks. Corner kick 7-1 in favor of Lowell. See if they can cash in on this opportunity. Chloe Deland has taken some of the corner kicks. This is going to be Marissa Saucedo. Puts it up for Edholm. And it's back out to LeBlanc, who fires a one-hopper right at Williams. .25 to go. Nice play at the midfield by Colling. The Bearcats have been back on their heels since halftime. He's playing defense. Haven't mustered anything offensively since the break. Not that they necessarily need to, but it would certainly be in an outstanding spot if they can net a second goal. Marsteller swings it to Vigoda, who had the penalty kick goal in the first half. Maxie Vigoda, senior New York native. A lot of New Yorkers getting up and down this Binghamton roster. A whole lot of talent in the tri-state area when it comes to soccer. Do have a Massachusetts native on the team. That's Mackenzie Ryder, Worcester Academy. Satina with the right to Marceau. And gets trapped in the corner. Marceau with her back to the defender. Just keep it in. Marceau gives it a blast, but Brookshire couldn't strike it cleanly. Later stages of the game, 2 more subs for the Riverhawks. They try to keep fresh attackers and midfielders out there. It's been a lot of possession, a lot of offense for Lowell since the break, but no goals scored.
Substitutions for the Riverhawks. Number 7, Caitlin Tung replaces number 8, Laura Satina. And number 26, Megan Banzi replaces number 6, Emma Mitchell.
There's a win by Saucedo, gets wrestled down by Colling. A foul called and a yellow card. Second one of the half against Binghamton, as Emma Colling goes into the book. That tackle on Saucedo. And it's Brookshire. 4 players form a wall in front. Right in the middle of the ground. Brookshire, good chance for this as tries to stretch out. She's got a moment to contemplate this upcoming kick. Injured Bearcat, that's Colling, who committed the foul and went in the book. And Brookshire jogging back towards the sideline. Maybe talk some strategy with the coaching staff. You get a little bit of a break and grab some water perhaps and just try your best to stay loose. You know, you don't want to be just hovering over the ball for minutes on end while you wait for the injured player. Just visualize the upcoming shot and how enormous of a moment is this? Down a goal. A free kick coming just on the fringe of the box. Center of the pitch. Colling comes off. And we're getting set to resume. 69th minute. And a nice opportunity here for the Riverhawks.
Yellow card issued to Binghamton's number 24, Emma Colling. Substitution number 29 for Binghamton, Paige Luke replaces number 24, Emma Colling.
Marissa Saucedo right around the ball as well. Brookshire. Left, you got Saucedo and Lowell trying to line this up. Let's see what the Riverhawks do. Got a wall in front. Saucedo runs by it. Brookshire takes it. It is high and off to the left. Went over the wall, but too high on that one. No challenge on net. And missed opportunity for the Riverhawks. Trying to keep it going, the attacking forwards. They've been hassling the defenders for Binghamton in this second half. Here's some contact, and LeBlanc gets whistled. Free for the Bearcats, who are doing all they can to chew a little bit of clock. Been back on their heels for most of the time since halftime. Haven't really had any chances offensively since the break. That quick moment in the box, but LeBlanc kicks it out of harm's way for the Riverhawks. 1 goal Binghamton lead. 33rd minute penalty kick. Vagoda. One goes sailing, far side of the field, shipped up into the air. Anybody's ball. It bounces a couple of times. And it's McKnight. Diving stop before it goes across the line. Taylor Burgess making her 11th start of the year. Keeps it a 1-goal game. Wasn't a shot on goal. No shots on goal in the half for Binghamton, who had 4 at the midway point. Going 1-on-3. There's a cross, and it gets cleared away. For the Bearcats, playing with a 1-goal lead, sure you would like a second goal, but it's also a win just to keep control of the ball, keep the clock running, and chew off a little bit of time as we're under 20 minutes left. Knitch drives it high.
Bearcats substitution number 6, Hannah Mimas replaces number 5, Molly McClellan.
Bearcats with the sub, Hannah Mimas back on the pitch. Marceau. called for the foul, and a little bit of back and forth with Paige Luke. Marceau eases up on that one. And the goal kick goes to Saucedo. Here's a chance. Marceau! Defender comes charging in to make the stop. Allison Falvo. Sliding effort to knock it out of bounds. Looks like Brooke Herber was in there too. Corner kick for the Riverhawks, but Marceau had it on her foot right in front of the goalie. Striking distance for sure. Loose in the box. Saucedo plays it back out into space. LeBlanc leads another charge forward, but can't find a head. Lowell with so many opportunities in the half. They're up to 17 shots now in the game compared to just 7 for Binghamton. Mostly coming in the first half for the Bearcats. Binghamton is in front 1-0. They have tied 2 games in a row, and those were 2 games that they dominated the stat sheet. And today the other way around, but after an even first half, second half that's certainly favored Lowell. But no goals yet for the Riverhawks, and starting to run a little bit short on time. You're not in desperation mode just yet. That's not for another 10 minutes or so, but certainly start thinking about that clock a lot more once you come up on the 15-minute mark to play in the game. Might get another card here. Yep, we get a yellow card. And if that's on Vagoda, it's her second in the half. Let's see who they put in the book.
Keep the game in control. 7 should have been red. Should have been red. That's the third one. Keep turning your head.
And they give a yellow to Vagoda.
Yellow card issued to Binghamton.
Pardon me, first one on Vagoda. As the yellow cards went McKnight, Colling, and now Vagoda. It was McKnight with the first one, not Vagoda. So 3 players with the yellow for Binghamton. They have a 1-0 lead on a Vagoda penalty kick goal in the 33rd minute. No cards on the Lowell side, but that foul call in a key spot for Binghamton, the first place team in the America East as it stands today. Now the Bearcats applying a little bit of pressure on Burgess, trying to make things more difficult on Lowell and win a little bit more possession, trying to chew more clock. Too far for Saucedo. But at home, the captain for the Riverhawks. And with the boot, LeBlanc looking up ahead for Marceau. Caitlin Tung in the game. Megan Banzi, some fresh legs for the Riverhawks, trying to muster a late score. We're under 15 minutes to go. Lowell down 1. LeBlanc gets tangled up with Knitch. They award a free kick to the Bearcats. From just outside of the goal box. Fagoda. She's got the only goal in the game, getting set to take the free kick. Lexi Fagoda. This one's bouncing around in the box. A chance for Mimas. And it goes over to the far sideline, across the line. Riverhawks throw it. Clock becoming more and more of a factor as Binghamton get fresh legs back on defense. So another attacking forward in the game as well, trying to keep a little bit of pressure going on the Lowell side. As Lowell has controlled the ball for a lot of this half. They've
substitution, number 25.
outshot the Bearcats in the game, but trail it by a goal.
And for UMASS Lowell,
Hope Santinello back in.
Replaces number 7.
And she played a key part early in this half, applying a lot of pressure on the goalie and the defenders for the Bearcats. One of the more aggressive physical players. A lot of speed, too. There's Edholm. The touch to Lane, and Lane. Once again, they say play on. We've seen that a lot today. Jostling on both sides. The official has let them go. And Burgess comes out of the net, makes the stop. 12 minutes left. Far side of the field. And that ball was lost as Marceau lost her footing. Goes right back to the Riverhawks, but only for a moment. Riverhawks trying to move quickly. A whistle and a stoppage. Just a moment for sub to come on as Salcedo comes out. Laura Satina back in for the Riverhawks. The clock ticking. Lowell trying to move quickly now and fire it back in. Lane
Callista Brookshire replaces number 22
on the sideline.
And number 8, Laura Satina replaces number 2, Marissa Salcedo.
Callista Brookshire back in the game too. Sage. Over to the near side of the field. Banzi forward to the corner. And now on the wing, it's Satina. Stops. Has some space. And lost the ball. It's still loose. It's anybody's. And it's defended away. It's Paige Luke coming in there to kick it out. One of the forwards, but got everybody back on defense. All but one for the Bearcats. And everybody over on the Lowell side of the field. Brookshire in the center of the pitch. Under 10 minutes to go. Sage. And another one booted out by Luke. To the center where it's won by Samaya Reed. We didn't see Reed in the first half. She just came on moments ago. That one goes a little bit wide across the goal line. Goal kick for the Riverhawks, who are becoming more and more conscious of the clock. Just about 9 minutes left, and Riverhawks need a goal to level the score. control of the ball for a lot of this second half. You look at the second half stats. Shots 11-1 Riverhawks. Here's Reed. And as Binghamton holds on to it, valuable seconds tick off for Lowell. Reed still with it.
For the Bearcats, number 19.
And that shot goes high.
Replaces number 13, Grace Vittoria.
Fresh legs for the Bearcats as they bring in Allison Falvo. Just keeping those defenders fresh and ready to go.
Substitution number 24, Emma Calling, replaces number 12, Victoria McKnight.
Emma Calling back in for Victoria McKnight. A couple of Binghamton subs. Reed kicks a goal. Second goal of the game for Binghamton. And the Bearcats double their lead in the 83rd minute. That may just about do it. They got a penalty kick goal in the 33rd, and now a goal scored in the 83rd. Talk about a second half that favored Lowell. Shots were 11-2 before that kick that just found the back of the net since the break in favor of the Riverhawks. But Binghamton now leads 2-0. Goal scored by Samaya Reed. Late sub for the Bearcats, making a major impact. And that goes a long way to icing it for Binghamton.
Goal number 25, Samaya Reed.
Second one of the year for Reed. Still a chance for Lowell. You feel like the Riverhawks needed something there. Not able to get it. Marissa Sage with the chance, and that's been the story in this one. Lowell is overall, by and large, during the game, had the better of the chances, but
substitution for
penalty kick in the first half, and an unassisted goal just a moment ago. And that late strike may be the ultimate dagger. Santinello. Lowell can get one in the next couple of minutes. Could get interesting, and you never know. You score off of a free kick or a corner, even a penalty kick like one that we saw in the first half. But it's going to take a miraculous effort now, down too late. And the Bearcats, who coming in today with, are off of back-to-back ties. They had some games that they dominated the stat sheet, felt like they should have gotten wins. Already have 2 under their belt in America East play, and in an outstanding spot to pick up their 3rd. Increase their lead atop the standings. And just over 5 minutes left.
Binghamton substitution number 12, Victoria McKnight, replaces number 29, Paige Luke. And for UMASS Lowell, number 6, Emma Mitchell, replaces number 18, Maddie Guthrie.
Across the line, trying to find Santinello. Can't hook up with her. And the past 10 or so minutes, Lowell has not been holding the ball as much. A couple of chances still for the Riverhawks, but quick strike opportunities. Not the dominance as far as we saw earlier this half in terms of time of possession. And down by 2. Lowell with the throw-in, moving fast. Santinello. Just a little bit too aggressive there. And down by 2. A few minutes to go. You just have to manufacture something, try to make something happen. And the result of that, a lot of times you get called for fouls, make mistakes that you wouldn't have made in other stages of the game just because trying to rush and 2 goals in 4 minutes, that's a lot to ask for. Got to start with 1. Here's Lane. Across the line. And maybe a late chance for the Riverhawks as that one goes out. And a throw in from the far side of the field. Lane over to the corner. Knocked out. And last touch by Lowell. Williams will take a lot of time. No reason to rush. Lowell will, as soon as they're able to, pursue the ball with Santinello waiting to charge in. And Williams now puts it back in play with 3 minutes to go. Binghamton up by 2. They got a first half penalty kick goal and a second half goal coming in the 83rd minute. Samaya Reed, who applies a little bit of pressure from the backside. Burgess. Out of the box, has to play it with the foot. And Burgess stumbles for a moment, almost stepping on the ball there. Two minutes left. Lowell needs 2 goals. Santinello on the ground. And defended out. Mitchell. On the near side, Satina. Trying to make something happen late. Satina down. They say play on. There's the header. And it gets popped up a couple of times. Back to Binghamton. And they're able to boot it across the midfield line. Reed, who just scored her second goal of the year. And LeBlanc. Lowell's moving it forward. And they're going to have to. It goes back to Binghamton. I think it was touched in play. As the Riverhawks just trying to rush, manufacture something late, but 2 goals down. Near impossible task. As we're into the final seconds, and Binghamton is going to get their 3rd conference win of the year. They won back-to-back to start, then had 2 ties in a row. They get a hard-earned road victory today. A penalty kick goal in the first half, and a late goal coming in the final stages, 83rd minute. Reed hits the ground. They say play on. Satina on the near side went over the line. And we have just a few ticks of the clock remaining.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Binghamton with the first half goal and a second half goal.
2.
They win their third America East game of the year and increase their lead atop the standings.